So I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again because you never know what order people are going to find these playlists or these videos in. But for the first match, they flip a coin. The winner of the coin flip bans or strikes one stage from the 5 starter stages. The loser of the coin flip then bans 2 or strikes 2 stages from the starter stage list. And then finally the winner will strike the final stage. And so then there are 5 stages. You've struck 4 of them. So you choose the first stage going to on game 1, kind of like evenly. You kind of want the first game to be at somewhat of a neutral position. You don't want to have like, you know, Little Mac on FD, for example, or something like that as your first match. So you want it to be about as neutral as possible. And so that's why we do the stage striking the way we do. After game number 1, you get the winner will ban 3 stages that they don't want to play on, and then the loser, who's at a disadvantage because they lost the first set, gets a comeback mechanic of choosing the stage that they want to play on from any of the 9 stages, except for the 3 that were banned by the previous winner. So the goal of most tournaments is to kind of have, you know, close matches between the two as much as possible. So here we got Pyra versus R.O.B. Very brave, choosing to bring out the Pyra in like month 1 for a tournament run. It's kind of nice, I like it. But then again, Markii0 has always kind of liked to play the DLC characters. Most recently, like, did some Steve, also went through and played Hero, and now I got the Pyra. First time seeing VoidTuck playing some R.O.B here. R.O.B's a pretty good character, like really, really, really good, because it's got really nice combo potential. I have like neutral air combos into stuff. Down throw berries. We got you know, forward airs and like gyro into side B, all sorts of things. And then they also got good lasers and, you know, stage control. Like that was the perfect position to put that top, because if you land on top of it, you kind of get smacked and you got to go backwards. Yep, right there on the stage. So then you got R.O.B's down tilt as well. But speaking of good characters, you know, I have a pretty high opinion of Mithra as well, and Pyra for that matter. Lightning Buster is kind of like, you know, it has its uses, I suppose. It'll be a while before people have like really optimized it, but for now it's just kind of like a, you know, it's basically like using a smash attack that's not quite a smash attack. Ooh, nice catch. He did that by teching, and he just happened to also grab the projectile. So luckily in this game, you can pretty much catch a projectile with anything. So like you can use the A button, you can use the Z button, which is just A and shield, and you can also use the shield button. Z is technically the best way to do it. But in that case, you know, Markii0 was just trying to go for a tech so they didn't pratfall, and press the button at just the right time to both grab the gyro and also tech. Markii0 was going for these neutral airs at a shield to like punish R.O.B's attacks, but like R.O.B has such good range on his aerials that like he's not even really being able to hit him with these. Like, he's usually out of range and also shielding. Might have to come up with another tactic. Some good space control, but you know, you got a whole other stock to make up for, so. The swap did not save you there. The run-in, you gotta kind of respect the up B, especially online, because shielding is frame 7 instead of frame 1. So like, you kind of always have to, at some point, or not at some point, but in some ways, you kind of have to like just let them, if they're in the distance to up B to stage, you just kind of have to let them. You want to either stop them from reaching the distance where they can just up B and get back to stage, or just let them in case they want to decide to hold down. If you are in the middle of up Bing and then you decide to press down on the control stick while you're doing your up B, you will snap past the ledge. You will not grab onto it on the way up. And that lets you come back down with a very strong attack. R.O.B is down by 40%, but, you know, it is R.O.B, so it is definitely possible. Like, this is just as easy as, like, you know, forward tilt into down tilt, forward tilt, another down tilt, and then forward smash. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. And in fact, that even could have killed right there as well. You didn't have a double jump. Back throw probably won't kill. Definitely won't kill. Not even close. Whoa, that is as far away from a kill throw as you could possibly be. But back air, I was going to say it was going to do it, but R.O.B is heavy, so that's a no. And catch the roll with another back air. That also would have caught jump and also regular get up. So the only answer there was to just stay there and keep on waiting. Maybe, you know, actually just stay there and keep on waiting on the ledge was the only answer there. Alright, good games to both. Game 1 goes to Markii0. Alright, at this point, Markii0 will choose a character to play for game number 2, and then also choose 3 stages that they do not want to play on for game number 2. After which, VoidTuck will choose a stage from the remaining 6 stages that they do want to play on for game number 2. And then they will choose their character to play for the next game. Alright, the band have come out, so now we just wait to see what the stage that they choose will be. Another game 2 that goes to Unova. I like to see it. R.O.B on Unova is actually a really good pick, actually, because Roto Arm kills at like 50, maybe even less. So you don't necessarily want to always go for it, but like it's always an option that you can pull out. Quick check to see the other people. Perry's got Zen and Elias on their channel. Scaff had to go, so that stream is gone. Triv just finished his match with Sebastian, I guess. Is that what Seb means? Game number 2, we got Markii0 with the Byleth, VoidTuck just sticking with the R.O.B. this may end up actually being better of a matchup for VoidTuck. I don't have nearly as much faith in Byleth the character as Pyra. I know that MKLeo has found success with Byleth in his online tournaments, but it's also MKLeo. MKLeo won Genesis with like Lucina and Ike. Pick up pretty much any character and see success. The main things to watch out for against the Byleth is going to be Randy down airs and Randy forward smashes. You gotta really be careful about yourself getting off of the ledge, because if they charge a forward smash and they think you're gonna jump and they know your timing, then they can angle it upwards and kill you off of your jump. And if they charge a forward smash and they know you're gonna stay still, then they can angle it downwards and hit you on the ledge. And if they charge a forward smash and they know your timing, they can just not angle it at all and hit your regular get up. Very scary stuff. Could have been an up smash at a shield. That would have killed the Byleth, but at the same time, you got the stock without taking any extra damage, so no harm, no foul. Byleth's attacks are too slow. They're trying to hit him with the down air, but he keeps on hitting with neutral air, even though neutral air isn't even that fast. The neutral air got the shield poke. What happened there? It looks like he went for a gyro. Oh yeah, the gyro just went over Byleth's head because they were doing the side B. The reason why it's so important to actually punish your opponent for going for smash attacks, so like, we're seeing a lot of VoidTuck like, oh, Byleth just forward smashed my shield, I'm going to roll out of the way, like I don't want to deal with this, I'm going to reset to neutral. But the problem is, now your opponent has like a lot more risk reward, right? So like, you know, if I knew that my opponent was never going to hit me after I failed to hit my forward smash, I might use more forward smashes, and if I hit one, then that means I get a stock, and if I miss, then nothing happens to me because my opponent runs away. So these are the reasons why it's actually so important to, you know, actually punish your opponent for using bad options. And that's what I was talking about with R.O.B on Unova. But that would have happened even on any stage because Byleth couldn't recover from there and didn't even die from the rotor arm. Game 2 goes to VoidTuck. Good games to both. Last game for the set, game number 3. I think this is actually the first game 3. No, this isn't the first game 3, actually. Cadet versus, what's it called? Went to game 3. I remember. Cadet versus Not Sarcastic went to game 3. And then also, Pika, the musician, versus Sebastian went to game 3. But this is the first game 3 on this stream. Zinpaka versus Leslie went to game 3 as well. Alright, game number 3 is going to go on to Final Destination. And we're bringing out the Pyra. Welcome back, D. I'm going on stream another channel. Ooh, that was unfortunate. An early SD. When times like this happen, you gotta just kind of say to yourself, "Ah, that's okay. I can 3-stock my opponent. It doesn't matter how many times I SD. I can still win this." And you just go into it with a fresh mind. That's actually an interesting interaction there. And as you can see, it's still pretty close. Only 30% on Markii0, despite the SD. So you can't get yourself down, because if you do, then you're letting yourself win. Like, you're beating up yourself instead of your opponent beating you. All of your losses should be because your opponent outplayed you, not because of yourself. It seems that the extra speed from Mythra is kind of what's throwing off VoidTuck here. Like, he's throwing out some of these hitboxes, and it's just like, Markii0's just like not even there anymore. Couple of too many extra like forward smashes, some like forward or some side Bs that aren't really going to affect. Another SD from the air dodge. When you play a lot of characters, you have issues with like not understanding how well the recovery is. Like, if I switch from Kirby, who has an amazing air dodge, to like Zelda, who has like a terrible air dodge, sometimes you just SD. But if you're going to have multiple mains, you gotta like really know the recoveries for all of them. The up throw is pretty good for killing at the top, but like at these low percents, you usually want to do down throw because it buries them. And then at low percents, you can up tilt. And then at high percents, you do up smash. And at mid percents, you can even do something fancy, and you can like up air them when you think that they're going to finish mashing out. Okay, well, ignore me. Apparently, Mythra's berry or Pyra's berry animation is so weird that you actually can't get an up smash. Still doable. You do have the DLC. That was a little bit of a desperation move because, Markii0 is kind of desperate at the moment. Might go for another lightning buster here. That's gonna kill. Good games to VoidTuck. VoidTuck continues on to winners round 4, and Markii0 can still make this back by going through and defeating everyone in the losers bracket.